channel. My name's Mia and it's so great to be back. So I built this home for Goldie a while back. I have no idea what to do with the outside. That seems to be my struggle area, but let's go ahead and get started with the inside. So the whole idea behind building Goldie's interior is that I wanted to have something for the fall. I actually built this house back in October and it took me a while to record, but I do have a lot of Halloween decorations out, but I feel like they still work for fall, especially the pumpkins and the jack-o'-lanterns, because you can just turn them around. So basically the color palette I wanted to go with is something that, in my mind, or my opinion, I think it matches with Goldie's overall look. So that's why I was really excited to use this yellow fridge. I've never used this item and I just feel like yellow and green pair up really well together. So it's still going along with Goldie's color scheme, but then also adding those nice green accents. So if you watched any of my previous videos, you'll also notice that what I tend to do when deciding how to create a home for a villager or something on Happy Home Paradise, I do get a lot of inspiration by the overall look of the villager. So in this instance, Goldie is a cute little yellow dog with golden accents. And that's the idea with her home. So all of the lighter brown shades of wood, kind of like the golden accents. And then I include pops of yellow everywhere. And then I just choose another color that I feel like will pair really well. And in this case, it's green. I feel like they're really nice complementary colors. So another thing is when I do get stuck on ideas and what to build is I'll look back at previous homes that I've created. So what I did in this case is I looked at a different house I did, then I kind of create a similar layout, and then I just change around the items a little bit, or put the kitchen in one location and then another, and then everything else just kind of flows together. So also I like to keep in mind what is the overall goal that I'm trying to achieve here. So in this case, I already knew I wanted to build a 2-story house. So on the bottom floor, I knew I needed a kitchen, I wanted a living room, and then a nice dining room table. And typically whenever I'm building houses, I usually have an idea for at least 3 of the corners and the focal points, but then I get stuck. But anyway, we're gonna put this really cute patterned rug here, and I found this really cute code. And actually, I did recently discover that you can also put these diagonal pieces that I'm placing there. You can also pair it up with the in-game rugs. So that was super exciting, especially if you're limited with your code slots. And then also when I originally downloaded this code, I did take all 4 corners, but I tend to forget that you really only need 1 corner and 1 tile whenever you're building a Happy Home Paradise, because you can always rotate the pieces. But I really liked that layered rug look, and again, it does work with the in-game rugs, or at least in my experience, because I only tried it with that elegant rug. But I'm kind of going with kind of a cottagecore theme here. I just feel like, Goldie's like a golden retriever. She'd be a little farm girl. So that's kind of what I want her house to feel. Kind of some rustic elements to it, just really super cozy and warm colors. I feel like that just really matches her well. But I'm gonna go ahead and let this home start to come together a little bit more, and then I'll be back to talk about some more of this process and my thoughts behind it. So I did take a break from this house when I originally created it, just because I always get stuck on the last corner when coming up with ideas. And then finally it hit me that Goldie should have a cute little office. And then I wanted to give her a little camera, because I feel like she'd be a little photographer, going out into the woods, taking really cute aesthetic pictures. And I really like the brown tones as well. It just all ties in this whole space. So I'm a really big fan of like mixing different shades of wood and textures, because that's kind of what I do in my own home as well. So that's why we're going with a little bit more of a darker wood here, but then you'll see also throughout the house I've got the lighter shades of wood. And I just think it looks really pretty, and it makes it really interesting to look at. But it's still, I don't know, I feel like it still matches because it's still in the wood grain family, and it just adds some nice contrast here. And then in order to complement that whole area, that's why I put those brown plaid curtains everywhere. And I just kind of put little accents throughout the house just so it has a more cohesive look to it. And then I wanted to give her a nice vintage typewriter. Of course, my favorite item, the banker's lamp. And then I gave her a little diploma. She's a photographer, living her best life here. But I really feel like the space is starting to look really cozy and homey. And eventually I am going to build an upstairs for her, so stay tuned for that. But I'm just going to continue to work on this area. Also, since we're in November, I just realized I do use the turkey table, the turkey day table. I do use that, so I just thought it was so perfect that this video is coming out when it's coming out, because again, that item I don't really use often, and it really only came into mind recently, so the timing of all of this is just really fitting. But we're pretty much getting close to finishing up this home, so I'll be back again in a little bit. So as I reached this point in my video, I kind of thought I was done with her home, and I actually walked out and said goodbye to Goldie. But then it felt really empty, and I looked back at my picture on Instagram and I realized it was missing the spooky tower. Along with some other items, I kind of forgot to do the entryway as well. So this is just a great reminder if you ever find yourself kind of, lacking in ideas or creativity and you're not sure what to do, definitely take breaks from your build and just go back and revisit either later on in the day or even the next day, because then you kind of get more ideas that start to flow, and I feel like the space is more put together now. So like I said, if you don't want it to have such a Halloween look, definitely just turn those spooky towers or any of the jack-o'-lantern items around, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. So until next time, my friends, have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are. Goodbye.